All right, hello everybody. It looks like we are live and all systems go. So I am playing D&D tomorrow night, and we got to plan out that session. Last time we only got through maybe like 2 encounters, so there is probably a little bit of work to do encounter building wise because we have a lot of extra stuff built up. But I do want to build a little bit off of the players' ideas, and I want to fix some problems that I have, problems that I've created as a DM. All right, so really quick, I'm going to show you a prop. Check this out. Boom. Treasure map. All right, so the plot is basically what if Treasure Island were set in the Wild West, okay? So the group is on a caravan. They're going to follow this river all the way up till they reach this destination way up here called Silver Lake. And they know this map is a treasure map. However, but somewhere on the caravan there is a group of traders, and they are going to try to overthrow the caravan, steal the treasure map, and get the treasure, which is a fish that grants wishes. Twin Steel, good to see you again with your signature 3 emojis. I appreciate that. Hey, Autodactyl, thank you for stopping by. Okay. So if you notice along that map somewhere there was a little detour. Actually, I'm going to bring it right back up again. This right here is a little mining village, a little ghost town, and a little mine. Last time we made this mining village on stream, and I made this mine for one of my shorts. But if you'll notice, this village is off the track of the river they need to follow. AKA, the players think that it's not going to this village is a side quest. It's not going to lead them to their character's goals. And so they started asking, and when they got there, it was really dangerous. There's a bunch of monsters. They almost died. And so they think, okay, why are we going to go back? Right? What's in it for us? What's the purpose of doing that? It's no good. But me as a poor DM, like I made some content. I think it's kind of cool. I've been sitting on that mind map for like a month now, and I kind of want to use it. So I have to create some motivation or drop some motivation, some hooks for the players to want them to go back to the ghost town, to the mine. So that's where we left off. Let's go through here. So why is it important for me that they go to the mine besides just as a DM? Because I want to make that mine tell a little story, right? We want to make the villain known. So inside that mine, what do we want to do? Okay. It has evidence of the hobgoblins there. It has evidence of the BBG's plot. So what is this evidence going to be? Okay, so maybe before we get there, let's go ahead and think about reasons why they should go there. What are some things that the characters want that can be found in this mine, and how do we get that information in front of them? We tried gold. They didn't seem all that impressed by that. I said it was a copper mine, I think. Okay. So a good thing to... So here is maybe a bit of a weakness of mine right now as a DM. Is I need to think of some things that the characters want, and I'm kind of stumped. Right? I don't have a good grasp on what their characters' goals might be. Besides just get up the river and get this fish that grants wishes. Probably because they don't spend a lot of time like thinking about their characters, whereas like these 3-dimensional people, they're kind of new players. They're kind of a high goal for them. So maybe we can hold on. So maybe that's what we can do, right? We can spend some time in tomorrow's session talking about the characters and their goals. Right? That's what we'll do. A little prelude for that session. Okay, yeah, we'll do that. And then with that information I'll glean, I'll think of ways to throw that in front of this mine and this ghost town. Okay, cool. Awesome. Okay, so that's okay. Say RP tips, right? All right, so we want to talk about things the characters want. We did a little bit of this at our session, not like our session 0, maybe like our session like 4, after we got off of the Stormwreck Isle, after we got the 3 star set adventures, 3 session star set adventure. But I forget a lot of what those goals were. Okay. So there was the elf, half elf, whose parents were diplomats. She wants something, right? Okay. There's the dwarf, who wants glory. And so him I'm actually not all that worried about, because this player is there for adventure, right? This player knows, hey, we're going to go on this adventure because we are adventurers and that's what we do. If there's a ghost town and there's a haunted mine, that's the perfect place for us to be because that's where adventure lies. So I'm not really all that concerned about that. That's actually a nice distinction right there between character wants and player wants, but we're not going to get into it. A map maker is at the town, knows its secrets. No, the map makers are all the people who hold the keys, who are part of the tour team, and of whom only the John Silver-esque character still is alive. So I bet you the gnome would want revenge, right? So I'm going to do myself a favor here. I'm going to write a few prompts. That way I can ask the players, hey, is this something that your character would want? Want revenge for home destroyed. Okay. Do you want something besides money that character would want? Do you want power to build a new community? There we go. That's probably enough right there. Okay. And so how can we hook some of these things into that mine? Well, another kind of, not mistake I made, but so after they got it done exploring the ghost town, they went back to the caravan and talked to the captain. And the captain asked, hey, do you think it was hobgoblins that destroyed the town? And they said no. So it'd be so I'm going to take their cue from that. Whatever I was describing, when I gave them the obvious answer, they're like, no, that's not what happened. So they have something else in their mind. And so maybe I should lean off of that. So maybe it's not hobgoblins that destroyed this ghost town, and maybe it's not hobgoblins inside this mine. Maybe this really is just a side quest. Maybe this really is just a side quest. Okay. And so the reward's got to be a powerful magic item. Cool. They released a monster in the mine. Okay. Yeah, you know what? I'm just going to use that other dungeon that I did for Shadow Dark. I'm gonna use the map that I drew up on the battle map board, though. Same plot, though. You know what? We'll see if I want to do that, right? Or I can have evidence that the hobgoblins captured some big monster. You know what? That's even better, right? Captured big monster. Either they brought a cave troll. Okay. And we found the 5 evidence inside the mine. Yeah, you know what? We're going to do this better. We don't have enough time to do side quests. We're trying to progress the story a little bit. So there we go. But I'm still going to do this at the start of the session. Talk about everyone's wants, right? And then dive in from there. Okay, so the other thing they want is this encounter. So they want to train the peasants, right? So when they're at the ghost town, they found what was left of the hobgoblins' armory before they left, or the town's armory. A bunch of spears and shields that are all staged nice and neatly. And so they had the bright idea of taking that and bringing it back and trying to train the peasants to defend themselves in case they get attacked again. So we're going to do that, right? It's going to be a skill challenge to train. All right. If successful, or for each success, there we go. You know what? I think we're going to use the DC 20 rules too. That if you succeed by 5, it counts as additional success. So I really like that in DC 20. Or at least how that's right now. But I got a lot to say on challenges in DC 20. But I can't say it to you folks. Okay. Yes, Twin Steel, the troll cowboy. You're right. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Where'd I put that? Go back. Oh, man, there we go. Okay, so the mine's going to go all the way down here. Let's bring it back here with this session. Okay. Cowboy. Yes. Okay, so how can we make it a cowboy, right? We're going to have it pause. We're going to dive into this, right? So we have our troll stats. And then we're going to add a few things to make it a cowboy. For one thing, it's going to be this clothing. It's going to have a wide-brimmed hat. Tall hat. A duster. And a belt. A leather belt. He has a wand. No, he has a lasso. Having a pistol would probably be like a little too much. So you wouldn't be able to see the leather belt if he has a duster on, if he doesn't have a gun. And chaps. Yep. Yeah. Oh, what would a troll ride instead of a horse? That's a great... how about an earth boule? Has a lasso. Rides a boule. I think it's actually boulette. Like cigarette. Okay, yo, this is sick. Okay. He has to have a black hat. A tall, wide-brimmed black hat. Let's put their adjectives in the right order, folks. Alright, he has a lasso, rides a boule. And why was he working? Hobgoblins hired him to rob bank. So they went to the bank in the ghost town. The bars were pulled apart, and that's why I think there's something big that destroyed the town. Or just the spiders throw down the well. Double shot crossbow. Okay, yeah. Yup. Yup. Hand crossbows. Okay. Okay, so this hand crossbows is going to be an action bonus action for him, which is nice. So instead of his rock attack, he's just going to have to do this, right? Okay. The lasso is just going to be a ranged attack roll. Oh, not a ranged attack roll. It's going to have to be at range. Make a dex save. His range of it is going to be a lot to say because he's a big troll. I don't know, 30 feet? Because you count from the edge of his base. So that's pretty far away. Okay. And if you fail, restrained. Nice. Sick. That's a nice monster. Okay. So this is going to be outside the mine. So this troll is going to work here at the mine now, or he's just made this his home. For a while, the hobgoblins were using it as a base of operation before they left. And at the mine, they find a burned note with Big Bad Evil Guy's plan at the very bottom. What's the note say? Stole the wish fish to undo. Okay, you know what? We're gonna say I want to undo the Empire. You are an instrumental part, important part, by causing chaos. You know what I'm gonna do? What I'm gonna do is I want to make this a prop. So I'll probably actually sit down sometime and write a nice fancy letter, and then like burn the edges and make it look like give it a prop for them to have. Causing chaos. So I think if I have a nice way to write this in prose and not just be, write this in dialogue. Causing chaos. You will inherit these lands. Lands. It was unjustly taken from you. Just like my birthright was. I'm on my way to take the only thing that has the power to break the Imperium. So, So, Big Bad Evil Guy, what he did was he kidnapped the wish fish, and he made a wish that the Empire would crumble. But, it's a big, powerful wish. It takes a strange form to come true, and so it's going to be a long, long time, right? But it is actually going to happen because he made a wish and it came true. That's when the fish disappeared. It's like the Dragon Balls. Once the wish is used, the fish went back up to the pond. It goes back to the Feywild until it can be coaxed back into the village where our character's supposed to be guarding it. Okay. Cool. So that's what we're going to find inside that mine. We still need a reason to get them there. We're going to try to do it based on what the characters want. I'm not sure how we get this. The other important thing in this mine is that there is clues that there is a portal to the Feywild nearby. Oh, genius moment, right? Okay. So remember how I was talking about how the players all think that this mine is a distraction. It's not going to help them get to where they need to go. What if inside this mine there is a second portal into the Feywild? Not the one at the very, very top of the lake, at the very end of the river where they're trying to go, but one right where they're about to be. They don't know that's going to be useful yet. They don't know that the fish is in the Feywild per se, but knowing where this portal is in case they get stuck, it might be useful. Or they can think, hey, this is a way to get back out in case we get in trouble. So we're going to show them So not just nearby as in, oh, it's a couple miles up the river, but nearby as in, hey, this desert rose in the painted desert is a portal at sundown. Okay, cool. At the crossing, at the edge of the painted desert. Okay, cool. Sick. Like, it's a giant, like, cactus desert. Like, imagine a flower that's, like, 20 feet across. Cool. So inside the mine, they'll find flowers. Big, fresh ones. What are some fake creatures that might live in a desert or like a canyon area? Maybe like corpses of cactus men? Oh, yeah. And we should make some of those too, make twig blights, but cactus. Nice. That'll be fun. Okay, cool. A blink dog, that's a great one. Love it. Dust Devils already used that one in a previous session. Is the portal always there? Does something have to trigger it? That's a good question. I think that's kind of the trigger, right? If you just like look at the beauty of the flower, and like touch its velvety petals as you like look away, you're in the Feywild. Like if you like smell it, yeah, you know what? We're gonna write that down. Okay. Cool. You have to smell the flower. And close your eyes. When you open them, and breathe deep. Because you want to be looking at the rose in the painted desert to get transported to. Cool. And you're in the Feywild. Nice. Sick. Okay. So, nice. So this note is going to do a lot of the lifting for us because it's going to tell both the Hobgoblin's motivation and hint at the big bad evil guy's plan and why the fish just appeared to begin with. So this is a big important prop, so I want to make sure that they find it. So maybe hiding it at the bottom of the mine is not the best thing. I can think of another way to get this in front of the players. Then you go to the Hobgoblin camp and just stomp the problem entirely because that's marked on the map and they can figure it out. So yeah, you know what? Let's do that again, right? That's a good idea. If they don't think going to this mine is worthwhile, okay, fine, we'll scratch it. We'll take this note and move it to the Hobgoblin camp, and we'll have the Hobgoblins attack the caravan so they're motivated to go wipe the Hobgoblins out once and for all. That's what the captain will suggest. Okay. So we have to train the peasants. Yep. For each success, what happens? A commoner turns into a veteran. Cool. Let's do guard. Each above 5. For each crit, there we go. Each crit, it becomes a vet. Awesome. So, if you pay attention to my shorts, I've already done an encounter just like this. I've already ran the 7 Samurai thing. But none of these players, save one, were there for it. It was a whole different group. So I'm just going to do it all over again. It's going to seem like brand new stuff. Run skill challenge. For each success, one of the commoners in the caravan turns into a guard. They get their stats boosted. If you get a crit, they become a veteran instead. Nice, right? And then the Hobgoblins attack again. And if I think, right, I was smart about this, I have an encounter up here, right? Yes. The caravan gets attacked by hobgoblins. They go after opposite ends of the caravan at the same time. The first card is goods. The last card is food. Okay. They want to run off with the goods or burn the food. Okay. And so we're going to do this right after the train, right? So another thing I'm thinking of, right, is when should the mutiny happen? Eventually, John Silver, aka Jane Gold, like let's look at what the NPC's name is. Jane Shorty Gold is going to lead the mutiny. Mutiny. But when? When will it occur? When the characters are away is probably not a bad option. The reason being is if we have the mutiny like in front of the player characters, they're going to want to get involved and maybe fight off the pirates, right? If we have the mutiny happen when they're away, they can just deal with the aftermath, which I think is a little bit more interesting. So if they explore the mine, the mutiny occurs. You know what? And this is good because they chose. So this is another problem that I think I've pretty much solved it, but the problem with having all these NPCs that have character classes and abilities is the players want to use the NPCs to do all the dirty work. If something's dangerous, let's let the NPCs do it so the characters live. But that's kind of antithetical to being an adventurer. It's kind of antithetical to playing the game. So I've started saying, no, these NPCs are off doing other jobs, they have other things to do. Like you are one group that was hired specifically to do these sorts of tasks. But for this one, I let them choose to explore the mine. I let them choose one character to go with them, and they chose the priestess. They chose the priestess. All right. She's best friends with the ranger, who's the traitor, who's a mutineer. Mutineer? How do you spell mutineer? There we go. Okay. So the mutiny happens when they're away. And they come back, and the ranger wants the priestess to join. Priestess to join. And the characters to join, right? So join. And Jane has the map. The characters stole the map for a little bit and made a bad copy. So the player is going to get 2 minutes, maybe 3 minutes, to try to make a copy of that map. Cauldron Creative Studio, thank you for appreciating that portal key. I'm really bad at checking chat, folks, so please just be patient. I'll see them. Yeah, triggering off the appreciation of otherworldly beauty feels very fey. I agree. Twin Steel, did I meet you over in Hannah's Discord? I forget. Okay. Play the music back again. We gotta get that rolling. Okay. So there we go. And what happens if the players don't join? Well, they'll try to get kicked out of the caravan. They'll turn into a combat, right? And the turns into some sort of combat. I'm not really sure if I want that. Because that'll be a long, messy combat. I'd rather just have everybody escape. But I'm not really sure I have a good mechanism to make that happen. It doesn't feel cheap. So we want Jane and the kid to escape. Oh, and the kid is possessed. And the devil wants him to escape. Okay. Why? Because the good guys want to save him. Okay. Cool. So the little cabin with a little Jim Hawkins figure is also possessed by a devil. And the players have the key to retain the kid's possession, stopping it. Okay. But the devil's going to take possession of the kid and join up with the mutineer, so it makes it more dangerous. So they can use that as a bargaining chip. Hey, just let us run away. You can keep all the caravan. We keep all the normal people. Just let us go. Okay, that's fine, right? Maybe we turn it into a Mexican standoff. Do another skill challenge. So this is tricky because it's kind of robbing the players of a bit of their agency. Like, maybe it should be their decision just to fight all the NPCs that are left and have a big, nasty fight. Like, that could totally work. But I think it might be a little bit... I think I kind of want to do this. I think I'm going to say, okay, you're negotiating with them. Jane's got the dagger to the kid's throat. The kid is sort of laughing because she's possessed and doesn't care if the body dies. So, I think we're going to say, hey, this is a skill challenge. One of you is going to get the caravan, and one of you is going to get on essentially a lifeboat, right? We'll be set you off with 1 day's worth of food and water each. Okay? All right. If pass, get the caravan. If fail, get marooned. 1 day's worth of food and water to cross the desert. Okay. And then Jane gets to say that line from the Ten Commandments, if you die, it's not by my hand. Actually, you know what? We're going to have the kid say that because the kid's missing one of their hands. There we go. That's cool. That's cool. I like that. Okay. So I'm not sure, like I said, I am not sure if this is actually a good idea to do this. To play off that negotiation. We'll see. I'm going to sleep on this and see how I feel. We've met a couple of places. The house rule quest takes me all over the place. Well, I appreciate you following the content. Okay. You know what? Yeah, we're going to keep this in because I don't want to end up in a situation where I feel like I am forced to kill what I was described as like a teenage boy in front of the characters. Like, that is a no-go. And yet, that's the thing that makes logical sense for these characters to do in the situation. So we're going to have built the safeguard in. It says, no, we're not going to have violence against children. We're going to resolve this with a skill challenge with one of these two endings, neither of which are particularly violent. There'll be lots of time to kill other people, but this particular moment in the story is not it. I think I'm going to use my extraordinary narrative control as the GM to make that happen that way. Let me know why I'm wrong in the comments below. Okay. So this is cool. We have this encounter to train the peasants. We have this sort of dilemma. We have the mine. So let's work a little bit more. Let's go ahead and maybe take the time to write out this note. Okay. A note to... We'll call it orders. Orders to... What's the Hobgoblin's chief's name? Krala? I don't know. Krala. Orders to Krala. You will inherit these lands. It was unjustly taken from you. Yes. So I want to undo the empire. You are an important part by causing chaos. You inherit these lands. We're going to take that part right there. Yeah. Soon, our plan... plan will be complete. And you will inherit the lands that were unjustly taken. These lands. And you will re-inherit these lands. It was unjustly taken from you, just like my birthright was from me. There we go. I want to undo the empire. What's a more subtle way to say that? You are doing well your part. So what I want to do, right, if we go back up here. We have a little bit of information about this, who this bad guy is. Where did I put it? Yeah. So what do we have about how this, this is all we have on... The note she is carrying is all perfumed and dignified. Okay, so this is the second time we're going to see this bad guy. They're going to come across one of their captains about to kill some ambassadors coming back from the monastery. So this is going to be... Maybe we can throw this body right here instead of on the road. Maybe we can find these bodies in the town. Okay, the party comes across a captain who's about to kill some ambassadors coming back from the monastery. Tries to plant evidence this is from the local lord's people who murdered them. Some ambassadors, okay. The captain is posing as a protector of the local lord, making Imperium look weak. The captain looks shaggy, grungy, dirty, but the note she's carrying is perfumed and dignified. Okay. So this is about the... This is about the bad guy right here. Okay. Who's the villain? So make this... Actually, we'll shut this back down to heading 2. And heading 1 will make a villain, right? The villain. Okay. For the context, our villain still doesn't have a name. What's a name for an evil gnome, chat? So our villain's gonna be an evil gnome, and we need a nice name for or not a nice name, but a bad name for an evil gnome. Okay, so maybe we can find this whole thing inside the ghost town. So maybe don't want them coming back from the monastery, because we're trying to make it play off like this monastery is really hard to get to and people don't go there all that often. Well, maybe they came from the other side of the mountain. Maybe when they get to the monastery, this is the plot they can fall into. Okay. We'll see. Because I want to keep this little bit of intrigue, but I'm not sure where I'm going to throw it in. I think right now, down here, finding this note with that's all perfumed and acting like it's from a fake, someone who's trying to reclaim their status works. Okay. I'm on my way to take the only thing that has the power to break the Imperium. Soon the power to break the Imperium will be in my grasp. Within my hands. Yeah. Yes. And you and you, my dear servant, will re-inherit these lands. Yeah. You are acting well your part. Causing chaos. What's the better way? Sowing discord. Say that, right? Sowing discord. And showing force cannot be repelled. And showing force cannot be repelled by the Empire, right? By a weak Empire. There we go. Beautiful. Beautiful. Cool. That's a nice, cool. It's a nice little note. And then maybe we have to think about what their plans are next, right? What the Hobgoblin's going to do. Stage. Yeah, prepare. Prepare yourself for a new operation. Yeah. You've more than proved your skill in the arts of war. And now you must prepare yourself for a new operation. So I think I might try to go back a little bit and maybe make this a little bit more flowery. Because right now we're doing a good job of maybe... There is one more village. Make it yours. Cool. Awesome. There we go. That's a nice note. That is a nice note for our players to find in this mine. Okay. Cool. And there we go. I reported the Feywild Wild. So something else is this problem of the 3 keys. Right? So if you saw the today's short, you know that this map contains many secrets, right? If you look at it through a black light, you see certain information. If you look at it through a red lens, you see different information. And there's a 3rd key. I think the 3rd key is actually going to be used in the Feywild itself. So how are they going to get these keys and who has which one? Let's figure that out right now. So essentially the way this adventure is working is there are 4 MacGuffins, right? There's the map and then the 3 keys. So we have the ruby key, sapphire key. I can't spell that word. What kind of Lorcana player am I? And the emerald key. Okay. So the sapphire key. So the ruby key reveals the riddle. That tells where the portal is. Okay. Right, I have this riddle written down. It's pretty nifty. There we go. Beautiful. Go ahead and make this all in nice italics. And this line will bring it in a little bit. A silver mirror that hides in day, a passage to where fey folk play, touch the pearl and explore, passing through the fairy's door. There we go. That is where you find the wish. You have to look at the mirror. You have to look at the lake in the light of a full moon. To get to the Feywild. Yeah. Cool. Something like that. The sapphire key, I probably need a second verse to make that a little bit clearer. That's where you're going to go to find the fish, because the fish lives there. Okay, so we'll make that on the to-do list for a second verse. Okay, what's the second verse need to convey? That's the full moon only. Full moon only on the lake. I think that might be a little bit obvious because the map itself says Silver Lake. Full moon only. Follow the river back down. Follow the river to the rainbow. That's where the fish lays. Okay. Okay. Well, we'll think of that later, right? We will think of that later. The players do not have a copy of that map. They can't even see the information. And let's just say that for the sake, they do not have the ruby key. Or maybe they do. I don't forget which one they have. The sapphire key. This one shows where the dangers in the Feywild are. It's a guide. Okay. And the emerald key, this is going to open up Something inside the fish to cure it. Okay. Oh, wait a second. That's something else we can put in here, right? So the bad guy. Okay. So what's their plan, right? What do? They use the fish to make a wish to break the Empire. Imperium. Then they curse the fish so it's sick and dying and stuck in the Feywild. So the players eventually, when they get to the fish, they're going to have to go inside it, like Lord Jabu Jabu style, and make it better. So this Emerald Key is going to be used in the Feywild, right? Inside the Feywild. To pass through to where the fish's lake is. Cool. Awesome. So who has which key? So maybe, well, the Ruby key is the one they have easiest access to. So maybe this is the one that the boy has. Or is this the one that the players have? Maybe this is the one that the boy has. And this is the one that, unbeknownst to them, Jane has. The players have this one, or the characters have this one, I should say, the PCs. They found on the butcher's body. The boy had it, yeah. He found it on Billy Bones. I forget what I called him. Yeah. Yeah, William Blood. When he washed ashore with the map in a bottle. Okay. Yes. So this dude washed ashore. Alright, the cabin boy. Thames has it. Cool. And I think Jane has this key. I think that makes sense. Okay. So right now the PCs, they look at the map. They'll only see this. They know that the boy has another key. And that after the mutiny... So maybe the missed skill challenge, we can think of some different things, right? Maybe if they pass, they can get the boy. So maybe I need to work on the skill challenge a little bit, right? So it's not just so binary. Maybe there's different things they can negotiate for, right? Okay, let's try that. What sort of things they could want in this negotiation? They can get the boy back. They can get the map. They can get the caravan. Okay. Then they get marooned. If they fail, they get marooned. They lose the boy. The boy stays. And Then you get the map. So something that the players haven't realized yet is that they can't see. They don't know the map is special, right? They don't know about the UV light. They don't know about the red lens. All they know is the map is showing them going up the river, but they already know they're going up the river. So eventually they're going to say, wait a second, why do we even need this map if we already know where we're going? Because they don't know that the fish is actually in the Feywild. So I kind of like this, right? Maybe this standoff right here can have lots of different stages, right? Maybe they can trade some of these for some of these. So yeah, maybe they get everything they want in the negotiations. Threatening each other back and forth, using their persuasion, their charisma, their knowledge. Yeah, okay. If they get 3 successes, they get these. If they get 3 fails, they get some of these. They get a mixture of good and bad. I like that. I like that. That seems a lot better than... Because, again, this is restoring agency. I'm saying, no, you can't have an all-out brawl. But what you can do is you can choose which rewards you get and which ones you give up during this negotiation. I like that. Awesome. 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 Progress chat. All right. I think that is... Yo! Twin Steel, look at all these bad. Ezra Greep. Oh, man. Ezra Coal Pocket Greep. I like that one. Greep is such a vicious name. Ezra sounds like a bad guy, too. It's a nice bad guy name. Okay, where's the villain? Yeah. Ezra Greep. Ezra. Yeah. Okay, yo, and that is a great note to end the stream. Chat, you have been amazing. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. If you like this document, this and all of my other homebrew stuff, all my other home game notes are my $1 Patreon, link in the description, as well as every other stream that I've done. Lots of really, really good stuff there. Great deal, only $1, link below. Yo, check out my Discord, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Until next time, see ya.